We are at the World Economic Forum, as viewers would know, and let's get the maverick CEO of Hero MotoCorp, Niranjan Gupta, to talk to us at NDTV Profit on the sidelines of the WEF. And Mr. Gupta, what a difference 12 months can make. Last year, this time around, we were talking about whether an incumbent two-wheeler companies can give or can match up to the onslaught of the newer age incumbents. Share prices were kind of down in the doldrums. 12 months, things seem to have turned around completely. You must be a happy man.
Well, I don't comment on the share price.
Of course, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, happy with the way that industry growth has come back, first of all. Happy with the way innovations are happening. Happy with the way EV field, the EV thing is moving up. And happy with the way also the way we've moved forward on our journey on premium and many other fronts. So I would say, yeah, I mean, it's a good place to be. And also happy with the way country is shaping. I think India's growth story is yet to be seen, and the next few years are very, very positive.
Yeah, well, cross fingers, all 20 of them. And
Yes.
I'll talk about the India thing as well with you, because I'd love to understand how you are kind of talking about the India story over your meetings here. But just firstly, a few things on Hero. We're talking for the first time after you've taken over as well. How do you envisage what changes you bring about now, which will have fruition over the course of the next 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, albeit over the next 3, 4, 5 years as well? Because you've been, quote unquote, bracketed as this traditional 100cc dominant company, which is now trying to, or which is turning around and doing a lot more beyond that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see, I'll just give you 2, 3 pointers towards that. We had talked about our strategy of building a full portfolio of premium, right up to 400cc plus. If you see even 3 years back, we've talked about that, and our R&D teams have been working on that. Our extension to putting a tech center in Germany has helped on that. You can see that we've launched the 440cc Harley Davidson within less than 3 years of signing the agreement. That means our R&D has come of age. We launched Charisma in the 200 plus cc bracket. We have another 440cc which is coming up in this quarter. So you can clearly see that from a 100 and 125cc game, which were, of course, that served its purpose, by the way. As Hero, as a company, we've been at the forefront of providing mobility to masses. I mean, providing wheels to millions of Indians, 112 million, is a big daunting task which we have done. And now, of course, we are very seriously on this premium wave. And you can already see some products launched, more products in the offing. Plus, revamping not just product portfolio, we are revamping our stores. In the last 300 days, we have revamped 300 of our stores. 300 stores in 300 days. We are calling it Hero 2.0 stores. New premium stores launched, which will have just exclusive premium products. So which will create the brand imagery, as well as, of course, be a selling point. 3 we have launched. In this calendar year, we will take them to 100 plus. So we are in everything that we are doing. We are talking scale, we are talking speed, we are talking synergy. For instance, we decided to use our Hero dealers for selling our EV product. So therefore, from 3 cities, we are moving to 100 plus cities and 100 plus dealers in just 9-10 months period of time. So speed, scale, synergy, and of course, simplification. How do you simplify the org structure? How do you simplify the ways we work? These are the 4S mantras that we are driving now.
So, well, there is Maverick, and it's caught the imagination, but there are 650 plus cc bikes, right? I mean, that's something that not people would have thought of from Hero's table. So tell us a bit about this strategy and about what can we expect on this front in 2024, say.
You're absolutely right. If you look at 150cc plus, you talked about, and the number of products will only go up as we move forward. So what you expect is that in each of our product, we will have at least one first-in-class and one best-in-class feature. And that powered by the brand association that we are creating, that powered by the premium stores that we are creating. And more importantly, the less spoken is that's powered by the entire digital journey that we are putting in place. I would say that in auto, we talk about a lot about product. We don't talk about the digital. that you can put in place to enable. We are putting in place a full digital journey on the customer for the premium, right from the time customer comes in touch with us first time, from a booking or even understanding the product to actually the delivery from the full digital journey, which will be embedded with this upmarket physical stores. That's a big move that we are doing in that space. And all of this, as you will see over the next 3 to 5 years, as the portfolio builds up and everything builds up, we aim to win in premium and therefore meaningful market share. While I'll not give out a number, but for sure, we are moving in very, very surely and with speed.
So traditionally, I remember all through my commenting years, the talk was that if rural picks up, you can expect the fortunes of Hero MotoCorp on the bourses to pick up as well. Now, my question to you is, for 2024, could that still be a factor, and would you expect rural to pick up? And would that change by, let's say, 2025 or 2026, that it need not be a rural pickup that will determine what Hero MotoCorp does on the bourses? I'm not asking you to comment on share price, but I'm essentially talking about the fundamentals of the company.
Understood. As far as the drivers, let me pick it up from the drivers of growth perspective.
Yes.
Yes, our drivers of growth earlier was hinged upon more on the rural and more on this one. As we are moving forward and very rapidly, you would see that drivers of growth are moving through the urban centric towards more premium. So, and rural, of course, we still at the entry segment, at the 100, 110, we are the lead market share player. Our role there will be to expand the category. It's not about market share anymore. And I can tell you there's huge opportunity even there.
Okay.
Because you have lots of Indians, almost 400 million people who do not have mobility, means of mobility. So India is not fully penetrated by any stretch of imagination. It is only a question of that class coming back to income and coming back to consumption and spending. The need is there. So our role there is to expand the category. As far as premium is concerned, our role is to build our portfolio to win in premium. Yeah. And therefore you see more and more products coming there on that stable. But we'll continue to expand the category at the bottom end and obviously win as far as premium is concerned, expand our portfolio at the top end. So expand the category at the bottom end, expand the portfolio at the top end. That's what the strategy is.
Even as you do both simultaneously, the drivers for growth going ahead will not necessarily hinge largely on this. It could probably be a mix of both.
The shape of portfolio will keep changing.
Okay.
Yeah. But I would say India is a story of many Indias. Now, while rather than solely being dependent on the growth in the rural, it will be now growth coming from all classes, which is bottom of pyramid, which is middle, and the premium and upper premium. So we'll be participating in the growth of each of these segments, which earlier we were not able to because we did not have the portfolio, while driving growth at the bottom end of the pyramid, driving growth in rural. Because that's our responsibility, to drive growth there, to drive category there, and participate in the growth as far as premium is concerned.
Got it. You mentioned about the India story and the India decade. Now, I'd love to understand, what are the kind of meetings? I mean, I just want a flavor. Yeah. What is the message that you're carrying? What is it that you expect to hear from people when it comes to Hero in India and India itself?
Look, as far as India itself is concerned, I'll take that as first. Over the last few years, a lot of capex spending that has happened by the government. The private spending will follow. Clearly, all these capex spending with a gestation period then results in the demand, consumption, and growth, income. So that's bound to happen. We're already starting to see that happen. As far as Hero is concerned, Hero has been at the forefront of participating and helping India develop. 40 years the company has been providing mobility to masses, to the rural areas, who then rise up the income levels. We have 112 million plus customer base. So as far as Hero is concerned, our vision is be the future of mobility. We want to ensure that everyone is mobile, that you provide wheels to the nation in every which way possible.
Okay. There is a lot of conversation that I've had with a few people off air, even yesterday, about how quote-unquote China freeze, even if you don't call it a freeze, but a bit of a cold outlook towards investments in that region would enable a lot more into India. Not that we haven't seen it, but a lot more can happen. India, rest of Asia, etc. Your overarching view on this, if you have one?
Totally agree with that. I mean, if you look at the two large demographies in the world, it's India and China. And you look at India, China had their growth story which started 25, 30 years back. And that has played out. And in a sense, and obviously, whichever word that you call it, they're going through that. India's growth story, one would say, has just begun. Now, you have a population of 1.4 billion and counting. You have a per capita consumption, which has got huge headroom to grow. You've got an average age profile, which is on the favorable side of the productivity, as in classical economics that you call it. You have stability of the policies that are there, and you have huge infrastructure investments that are happening. So where would any investor from the world put their money in? I mean, there's no way you can avoid India. And that's why you see investment coming in into India. You also see manufacturing coming in into India. And that's because, again, of the +1 strategy and the others, that obviously with the way we are functioning, even politically, and that way, because as country, if you look at it, now this is a country where you see more long-term stability of how we are operating. So I think it's India's time to, I would say, not just make in India, make for India, but actually make for world.